Welcome to Infinite Scientific Exploration. Could we one day hop into a time machine and journey to the past or future? The very concept tickles our imaginations, but it also presents some serious paradoxes that challenge our understanding of reality itself. Let's explore 5 of the most intriguing time travel paradoxes that have puzzled scientists and philosophers for decades. Fasten your seatbelts, because things are about to get seriously weird. Let's start with a classic, the grandfather paradox. Imagine you build a time machine, travel back to the past, and, for whatever reason, prevent your grandfather from meeting your grandmother. Seems simple enough, right? But wait, if your grandfather never met your grandmother, your parent wouldn't have been born, which means you wouldn't exist. So, who traveled back in time to erase you from existence in the first place? This paradox throws a wrench into the very idea of changing the past, suggesting that any alteration could unravel the fabric of your existence. It makes you wonder, are we free to make choices, or is everything predetermined? Now let's say you're a huge Shakespeare fan, and you decide to travel back in time to meet the literary master himself. You bring with you a copy of Hamlet, which you hand to a very confused Shakespeare. He's immediately smitten with the story and decides to copy it word for word, passing it off as his own. Hamlet becomes a hit, just as it did in your timeline. But here's the paradox. If Shakespeare simply copied the play from the future, where did the original idea for Hamlet come from? This is the Bootstrap Paradox, where information or objects seem to exist without a clear origin point, trapped in a never-ending loop through time. It's enough to make your head spin. Chapter 3. The Predestination Paradox. Are we trapped by fate? Ever feel like some things are just meant to be? The Predestination Paradox takes this to a whole new level. Imagine you discover a historical event that will have devastating consequences, so you travel back in time to prevent it. But here's the catch. Your actions inadvertently cause the very event you were trying to stop. It's like you're trapped on a roller coaster, and no matter how hard you try to change course, you always end up back at the same terrifying loop. This paradox suggests that time travel might not grant us the freedom to change the past. Instead, our actions could be predetermined, locking us into a fixed timeline. Is free will just an illusion? Chapter 4. The Polchinski Paradox, Quantum Quandary. Let's get a little more complex, shall we? The Polchinski Paradox dives into the realm of quantum mechanics, where things get really weird. Imagine a billiard ball is about to enter a wormhole, a theoretical tunnel through space-time. But here's the kicker. The billiard ball emerges from the wormhole in the past, just in time to collide with its past self, preventing it from ever entering the wormhole in the first place. This paradox highlights the potential for contradictions when we combine time travel with quantum mechanics, where events can happen in multiple ways simultaneously. It suggests that the very laws of physics might break down in the face of time travel. Chapter 5. The Double Occupancy Paradox. 2 of a kind? This last paradox gets up close and personal. What happens if you travel back in time and run into your past self? Would the universe implode? Would you even recognize each other? The Double Occupancy Paradox explores the implications of 2 versions of the same person existing in the same timeline. Some theories suggest that this would create a paradox, as 2 identical consciousnesses shouldn't be able to occupy the same space and time. Others propose that you might simply merge with your past self, creating a single timeline with a slightly altered history. It begs the question, what defines our identity across time? Time travel continues to captivate our imagination, but as we've seen, it also presents some mind-bending paradoxes that challenge our understanding of reality. While we haven't cracked the code of time travel just yet, exploring these paradoxes allows us to grapple with fundamental questions about causality, free will, and the nature of time itself. Perhaps one day we'll have the answers, but until then, the mysteries of time travel will continue to fuel our curiosity and inspire us to explore the furthest reaches of scientific inquiry. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more mind-bending scientific explorations.